Welcome to Debutante Renegade. On today's show, I'm going to be answering a viewer's question. And that question is, what does an ideal dating profile look like? And this is from a man. We're going to call him Mr. J. And I'm going to answer that in just a second. But before I do, I just want to say that if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have a question of your own, whether it's a dating question, relationship question, parenting question, life question, anything, you can either send me a PM to my Instagram at Debutante Renegade, or you can send me an email to debutanterenegade@gmail.com. And both of those are in the description below. So reach out. Now to answer our question from Mr. J. Once again, his question is, what does an ideal dating profile look like? Now, this, of course, applies to the apps. So the first thing that I would say is most fundamentally important about any dating profile on the apps is honesty. Be honest, paint an honest but flattering portrait of yourself, an honest but flattering portrayal. So basically, like, if you don't have a private jet, or you're not a jet setter, you're not crazy rich, then don't have photos of yourself on a private jet and a private beach and with a McLaren and all these things. If that's not your lifestyle, don't have those photos on there. Don't paint that picture of yourself, because it's not true, that portrayal. So paint an honest but flattering portrayal of yourself. Show the reality of your life and what your life is. And starting with, obviously, accurate pics of your lifestyle, but also of your physicality. We know on dating apps that is like paramount, basically, is how you look, whether or not the person's going to be attracted to you, whether or not you're going to be attracted to the person. You want them to have accurate pics, right? So, obviously that means not pics from 10 years ago. How often have people connected with somebody and they meet up with that person in real life, and that person is 10 years older and they didn't portray themselves correctly in their pictures. They don't look the same at all. They might have gray hair now, or lots of wrinkles, or have gained a lot of weight, or have lost a lot of weight, or who knows, but they're not going to look the same. You're not going to look the same if it's 10 years later. So I say, when it comes to a dating app, make sure all the pictures are recent, like taken within the last year, 2 years tops. Make sure that you look the same. The picture's 3 years old, but you look exactly the same, then do it. But don't be in denial. If your hair is now gray and it was brown in the picture, it's not accurate. So accurate pics, recent, ideally from within the last 12 months. And make sure your pictures look like you. Sometimes we can take pictures that look better than us or look worse than us. I have seen guys' profiles, and I've had guy friends who I've looked at their pics on their apps, and I'm like, oh my God, you're actually way better looking than this. Like, these are not flattering pictures. Like, take different pictures, better lighting, like make sure you're wearing a better outfit, or your facial hair looks good, or your hair is styled, whatever. This is a weird pic. I've also seen pics of both guys and girls who they put this like oddly flattering picture that like looks like this beautiful face or person, but that's not how they actually look. Like, at the angle somehow caught them in a way that's like quite stunning and attractive, but that's not how they look. So make sure your pictures look like you. Yes, they should be flattering pictures. They should look like you at your best. Absolutely. But they should look like you, not some other alternate reality version of you. And you should include a full body shot. This goes for guys and girls. And it should be recent. Again, last 12 months, last year. Again, it should be flattering, but it should be real. It should look like you, not an adjusted body shot, not something that's photoshopped, something that is real, that gives a sense of what your physicality is. It doesn't have to show, you don't need to show whether you got 6-pack abs or not. Like, some people want to show that in a dating app, that's your choice. Personally, for me, if a guy had a shirtless pic of himself in the mirror showing off his body and his abs, I normally steered away from that. Like, for me, that was usually a left swipe, because I just didn't want somebody who was that kind of into themselves or who cared that much about showing off their body to, a bunch of strange women they didn't know on a dating app. Like, and I've dated guys with those amazing bodies before, but I wouldn't be drawn to somebody who feels the need to show it off in that way. If you happen to have a body like that and you happen to have a photo of yourself at the beach with your friends playing volleyball or doing some water sport or whatever, and it's being shown in that way, fine. To me, that's a more tasteful display. If you want to show it off and you want to sneak it in there cleverly about how nice your body is, and you want to show it in that way, then do it. But I don't like if it's a really obvious, like, look at me, like, kind of self-indulgent selfie, mirror selfie, shirtless bathroom pic or whatever. I don't know. For me personally, I was never into those. I think there probably are plenty of people who are, because people do them and they seem to work, but that's a personal taste thing. I never thought that was tasteful, and this is my advice, so I don't find that tasteful. I would find a more elegant, understated way to show your body, your abs, if you want to show that. And if you don't want to show yourself in a swimsuit, guys and girls, just have a full body shot of you in your clothes, just a full body shot of you in a flattering outfit, whether you're with friends or alone, whatever, that just gives an idea of your basic dimensions, if you will. This isn't one of those things where, again, someone might look very nice and proportioned, and then you meet them in real life, and the guy is much smaller, he's got nice proportions, but he's smaller. Girl might have nice proportions, she's much bigger. You just never know. Somebody can have the body that's in their pics, but you might imagine it one way or another. I know for me, I met a guy one time who was like, you're much bigger than I thought you would be for your pictures. And I was like, well, I had a picture of my body on there, a full body shot, so you could get an idea that, of my dimensions, and it shows that I'm not, a stick figure. It shows I'm like athletic with some curves. And he was like, yeah, I knew that you were athletic with curves. He's like, I thought that you would be like that, but this size, and instead you're like that, but this size, he's like, you're just like larger than I thought, like, proportionately. And I was like, well, it says I'm 5'8" on my profile. So if you're looking for 5'4", like, look for people like that, So, I mean, whatever. It was a pass. The guy was not great anyway, but, for him, that's not what he was hoping for. So again, that's a hard thing to capture, is, a size comparison, like how you are compared to other objects. Somebody might like your proportions, but you're too big or too small of a version of that. And hey, that's just dating. But all in all, try to show what your body is, try to show who you are, as accurately as you can. And, know this stuff isn't 100 proof. I also think with these pictures, I think it's really important to get a second opinion. Especially guys, if you have a girlfriend, a friend who's a girl, if you have a sister, anyone, get a second opinion on the pics that you're going to use. Ask a girl in your life, ask a woman in your life. If they're good, if they're flattering, she'll tell you. She'll be like, yes, this one looks good. You look sexy here. You look great. This one looks like shit. Don't use it, So get a second opinion. It never hurts, and I guarantee you somebody's happy to give it to you. So Mr. J, ask a woman in your life which pics are good, which ones you should use, which ones you shouldn't, and she'll tell you. When it comes to your bio, your info, the about you section, make it about you. not what you're looking for in a partner. This is my advice. When I was on these dating apps and I saw these guys that were talking about what they're looking for, like, you must be successful, fit, this, that, blah, blah, blah. You must like doing this. You must like that. It was like the app was like an advertisement for what they're looking for in a woman. And I'm like, well, that's great. Like, maybe I fit your criteria. Maybe I don't. If I fit your criteria, I'm not going to swipe right on you because I don't know who the hell you are. So I'm what you're looking for. I don't know if you're what I'm looking for. Just because I'm what you're looking for doesn't mean I'm going to swipe right on you. So, I think that that's a bad idea to just put, I'm looking for this. You must be this. You must be that. No, don't put any of that on there. This is your opportunity to sell yourself, not tell people what you're looking for. Sell yourself, leave it up to her to say what she is. And if she looks like she might be what you're looking for, then ask these important questions to make sure she fits your criteria. But don't put all the lists of things that you're looking for as your bio, as your description of yourself. Put information about you there. So this is your opportunity to sell yourself. It's important to paint the best picture that you can of yourself, but that's a true picture. Again, be honest, because what's the point of painting a picture of yourself in one way, in one light, when that's not the reality? Eventually, if you click with someone and you connect, eventually she's going to figure out who you are. She's going to get to know you. She's going to learn whether or not you are this person that you painted. So it just is a waste of time to paint anything that's not accurate. I think it's really good to use humor too. I personally love a sense of humor. It's important to me. So I liked, finding profiles that have a sense of humor. I think if you have a sense of humor, use your sense of humor in your bio. Find a way to be humorous when talking about yourself, who you are, what you like, what you do, etc. And I think when you are talking about yourself and your bio, what are things that you like to do? What are some of your favorite things to eat, to watch, to listen to? Talk about yourself in that way. Like, what is it that you like to do? Like, what do you enjoy? What's fun for you? Find a humorous way to talk about that in your bio. And that's going to paint a nice, true and flattering picture of you. One thing that's really important in your profile is to keep it light. Keep it light. Keep it fun. Be playful. Be cool, You can even be a little mysterious, a little intriguing. I think that that's sexy. People like that. But definitely keep it light. Don't be a serious pants because, if you're too serious, that comes across as like angry or critical or something. Like nobody likes a serious pants. Like be light, be fun, be cool. One of these things that I saw, this was a super serious pants bio profile. A lot of guys will put no drama. No drama. I always I don't feel bad for these guys because I feel like that's such a douchey thing to say. Like, yeah, because I'm looking for some drama. Like, who wants drama? No one wants drama. That's such a stupid thing to put. Like, obviously no drama. But just the fact that these guys are putting that, it's really funny because the universe, anyone who knows about the universe knows that the universe doesn't understand the word no. It just hears you say drama. So I feel like these guys that say no drama, they're probably just going to keep attracting drama to themselves over and over again. They're like manifesting drama just by saying no drama. It's like to the universe just hears drama, drama, drama. So that always amused me, seeing these guys that say no drama. Like, don't put what you don't want on your profile, and don't put something stupid like no drama. Obviously no drama. Nobody wants drama. So, learn to like look for signs of drama in other ways, like through her profile or your conversation or interaction with her. Don't put no drama. Something that could be kind of fun and interesting and allow the conversation to flow if you do match with somebody is to bait them with a question. If you bait them with a question, you could ask them something like, what's your favorite movie, or what's a movie that you love, or, it's raining outside on a Sunday afternoon. What movie's playing on your TV, or, what are you doing? Like ask a question. Or it's a warm summer evening at sunset. You're driving. What song's playing in the background? You just give them an opportunity to share themselves with you in a way that's kind of creative. Granted, those aren't necessarily the best, greatest questions, but think of something or, play on that or use that. Coming up with an interesting, intriguing question could be a nice way to debate somebody a little bit and create an opportunity to get to know them based on their answer. And, obviously, people on dating apps, people in life, they tend to care about your profession, what is that you do for a living. People, I think, really want to know in general sort of what your socioeconomic status is, what your socioeconomic stature is on these dating apps. That's important to people. I think men and women alike want to get a sense of that. Again, if you're not wildly wealthy and successful, don't paint that picture or pretend to be that. Be realistic about where you are. And if you are wildly wealthy and successful and you want to paint that picture, you can. Just know, there's definitely going to be women that are maybe choosing you only for that. Like maybe downplay it a little and see who's connecting with you anyway for, more your interests and more from your heart, who you are, rather than just your status in the world or how much money you make. Because people like that. People are looking for that, just like people who are good looking and attractive. So I think it's important to, obviously the attractive thing, that's not something you can hide, but you can downplay your status a little, unless you want to be with somebody who is, really drawn to that and who's looking for exactly that. And you want to give that to them, then you can show it off. But, I would recommend downplaying it if you have it. And if you don't, be honest, share what your profession is, or, what your goals are in life, your hobbies. Paint an accurate picture of who you are and what it is that you do, and kind of, what your stature is in the world. It is really important to mention your profession, your goals, your hobbies, what the things that you're passionate about in life. Paint an accurate picture of those things. If you want to be an artist, but you're not an artist, or you do art as a hobby, or whatever it is, just be honest about that. And, be honest about what your day job is, or, just create an honest portrayal of who you are, because at the end of the day, you need someone who's going to accept you for who you are. So you might as well be honest with that. Again, paint it in the most flattering way that you can. I think this is true for men especially, but as you can see, it's also true for women. Make sure you list an accurate height. Don't lie about your height or exaggerate it. I think at one point I matched with a guy who was like really 5'5" or 5'6", and he lied and put that he was like 5'9" or something like that. And I'm like, why do that? I have my settings set for a particular reason. If I want to date somebody who's 5'6", or I'm cool with that, I'm going to change my setting to that. If I want somebody who's, over my own height, 5'8" and above or whatever, then that's what I'm going to do. Don't lie about it, especially for guys. Just be honest about your height. She's gonna see how tall you are. Just like for women, put a picture of your body in there. If you have curves, if you're voluptuous, if you're chubby, he's gonna see when he goes out with you. When he meets you for coffee or that drink, he's gonna see your body. So find a flattering way of showing it, but realistic, same for guys. Whatever your height is, just be honest about it, and not every guy can be 6'3". Like, be honest about your height. There's plenty of women that will date guys of plenty of heights, just like women, there's plenty of guys that'll date you with your curves or your chubbiness or your fatness, whatever. Just be honest about it. And you'll find the ones that will date you for that. So be accurate about your height. Be accurate about your age. Don't lie about your age to weasel your way into a category with younger people, etc. Just be honest. Be honest about your age. There's no point in lying about these things. You can't create any kind of good, sustainable relationship if you're dishonest from the get-go, nor are you capable of having a good, sustainable relationship if it's built on the foundation of a lie. So just be honest. You have nothing to lose by being honest. Like, if someone only is matching with you because they think that you're 6 feet tall and you're really 5'7", and they meet you, it's like, you don't want to trick somebody, It's like, what's the point? You want to try to trick somebody into liking you, even if they don't want to be with somebody who's 5'7"? That's always going to be an issue. You're always going to be insecure about that. They're probably always going to resent you for that, So I just be honest about your age, about your height, all those things. It's also really important that you're honest about what it is that you're looking for. Obviously, you're not going to put all of your criteria in your bio, but your profile should show that. If you're just looking for something casual or a hookup, it should show that. If you're looking for a long-term relationship or marriage, family, children, etc., your profile should show that. If you don't ever want to have children, your profile, and you're looking for a long-term relationship or marriage, etc., your profile should show that, should state that. Be honest about what it is that you're looking for on the dating app itself. So, and usually you can set that criteria. Make sure you set that criteria properly. And don't lie about it. All these guys that are just looking to hook up, but put that they're looking for a long-term girlfriend. Like, what is the point? You're just like gonna hurt people by doing that. You're just wasting these women's time. Like, don't do that. You're just gonna have to dip into the pool of the women that are saying that casual is okay. So anyway, be honest. Be honest with yourself and be honest on your profile about what it is that you're looking for. Lastly, remember, try to have fun with it. Try to have fun. Show yourself, show who you are, show your personality as best you can, with a little bit of humor or, in whatever way you can. And, really ask yourself when you're making your bio, your profile, what are your assets? What are your strengths? What is it that you've got going on? Show those, show your assets, show your strengths, find a way. But think about that first. Like, think about what it is that you have to offer that's really good. Are you really generous? Well, find a way to show that, or find a way to say that in a cute, funny, charming way. If you are cute, if you are funny, if you are charming, show those aspects of yourself. Find a way to show that in your profile. Be cute, be charming, be funny. If you're kind, say something kind, or show a photo, an image of you doing something kind, show your kindness. If you're fun, if you're social, etc., then show. That's really easy to show in your pics or to say, talk about the things that you like doing for fun. That the activities, the parties, the dinner parties, whatever it is that you do for fun, talk about that. Show it, show that you're fun, show that you're social, if you're fit and you have a healthy, fit lifestyle, show that, if you're successful and, your career is really important to you and you work really hard, show that, show the different things that you've got going on, show what you've got to offer, if you're a family person, if you've got kids, if you're divorced, whatever, you're loyal. Just show who you are, show what you've got, think about what your assets are, think about what you have to offer that's really great. That if you were the opposite sex or whatever it is that you're looking for, if you were them, what would you want to see in you? What are the things that you bring to the table that you offer when it comes to dating and a relationship? show that, lead with that. And with that, Mr. J, I hope this was helpful, and I wish you all the best in making your dating profile. And I hope you meet somebody super awesome who just adores you, who you're wildly attracted to, and you guys have tons of fun together. So I wish you all the best. Be patient. Be kind. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. Remember, if you've got a question of your own, shoot me an email to debutanterenegade@gmail.com, and I can do an episode like this with it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your day.